I know, I was wondering, like, oh gosh, am I walking into?
Something going on.
They're just here to see us. No, the. Those are cold in here, so I brought two sweatshirts.
It's like 55 this morning.
I know, one time it was freezing at my municipality.
Yeah, I was there for 2 hours. And my son made 2 plays.
Okay, it is now 7 p.m. And I will call this hearing regarding the fiscal year 26 budget to order on August 25th, 2025, again at 7 p.m. Ms. Sue, will you please call the roll?
Jennifer Quigley.
Here.
Chris Hamilton.
Here.
Erica Peterson.
Here.
Jillian Hope.
Here.
John Ruggles.
Here.
Fred Stepstone.
Here.
And Lisa Booster.
Here.
All right, excellent. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so as part of our budget review and posting and approval, we are bound to have a hearing on it. It's usually not very eventful. Do we have any comments from the public? Okay. Ms. Kraft, would you like to present?
Sure. So, as we discussed in the last board meeting, there's not too much of a significant difference or much of a difference at all from the draft budget that was posted. It's balanced, as of right now. Perfect. We just scroll down a little bit on that page. Thanks. The difference between the operating funds revenue and expenditures puts us at a surplus of just over 155,000 as of now. However, over the last couple of weeks, there have been things, even as of today, that we're getting an additional cab expense, things like that. So I am certain that we will be doing an amended budget later in the year. But for now, as of this time, this is what is posted in terms of a deficit budget summary information for the state.
All right.
Any questions?
No questions. Things to keep in mind, we have been running a balanced budget for 9 years now. Is that about?
15.
Oh, 15 years, which is getting pretty close. One of the things that kept us in check was low enrollment in kindergarten, allowing the removal of that and then moving everybody up the line as their assistant principal and media center and all that kind of fell into place. So we didn't have to hire an additional there. So obviously we have sort of 150,000 and that can be gone in an instant. So coming in the future, couple years or so, start planning on a referendum to fund the school. And that's basically how it's designed in Illinois. Every so often, we need to go back for a bolus and start filling the coffers. That's about all I got. No presenters, no other comments, questions. Is there movement to adjourn the hearing?
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? All right, the hearing is adjourned. Now at 7:03 p.m. on August 25th, 2025, I call to order our regular Board of Education meeting. Ms. Sully, will you please call the roll?
Jennifer Quigley.
Here.
Chris Hamilton.
Here.
Erica Peterson.
Here.
Jillian Hope.
Here.
John Ruggles.
Here.
Fred Stepstone.
Here.
And Lisa Booster.
Here.
Excellent. So I'm assuming there are no other public comments unless it was delineated for having separate hearing comments to medium comments, Ms. Sully?
There's no more time.
All right, thank you.
During this time, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to introduce our two co-presidents of the Milburn Federation of Teachers who are with us tonight. And just want to introduce them, Kristen Kao and Lisa Palmisano. They want to introduce themselves. Kristen is a teacher at the middle school and teaches lots of different things. Yes,
You want me to run down?
sure, lots of
I
special.
teach sixth, seventh, and eighth grade tech, seventh grade creative engineering and creative design, and eighth grade multimedia. So they're the ones that put out like Google boards and our slides for the morning.
And Lisa,
I am the fifth grade resource teacher here.
Welcome.
thank you.
Okay. Another kind of housekeeping note to keep in mind for the board, we're not supposed to have any sidebar conversations amongst each other. If it involve, passing notes, or again, we're all parents here, so if we get, a text from our kids, that's one thing, but we're not supposed to be communicating with other, even if, you're just asking Carly something about the budget on the side, well, that should be done in the public, and if it's directly for one-on-one, it's supposed to wait. Any, notes passed or things, those are FOIA-able between us. So we just need to keep sure that we are following all proper protocol and procedures. The other item is, when we're absent, our board agreements are that you notify both myself and Dr. Lind. So just please remember to contact both of us. Thank you. Do we have any addition of non-action items? Okay. Action items, our final reading and adoption of board policies. The one that we discussed on was 750, but ultimately we came to the consensus that we did not want to change anything and we're gonna let it go as is. Anybody want to add anything on that one, or anything else specifically, or budget or policy committee?
And I think that was the only one that was worth discussing, and I think we discussed.
Okay, excellent. Do I have a motion to approve 5A, our adoption of board policies as listed?
I'll move to approve the policies as listed.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? All right, motion carries. Those board policies have been adopted. Approve the district budget for fiscal year 2026. We had a hearing on it. Does anybody new questions or comments on it? Is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve the district budget for fiscal year 2026.
Second,
Excellent. Ms. Sully, will you please call the roll?
Yes. Chris Hamilton,
Yes.
Erica Peterson,
Yes.
Jillian Phelps,
Yes.
John Ruggles,
yes,
Fred Skestrom,
Yes.
and Lisa Booster.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. All right, so we went into for 5C, 2 meetings ago, maybe we went into closed session to discuss this. We usually do mostly administrators, contract salary increases in the spring. But for this one, we waited until the evaluation was in, and the new board was seated and everything. So is there a motion, or would anybody like to have any discussion on approving the base salary increase of 2% for contract year 25-26 for Jason Lind? All right, is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve the base salary increase of 2% for contract year 25-26 for Jason Lind.
Is there a second?
second,
Ms. Sully, please call the roll.
Chris Hamilton,
Yes.
Erica Peterson,
Yes.
Jillian Phelps,
Yes.
John Ruggles,
yes,
Fred Skestrom,
Yes.
Lisa Booster,
Yes.
and Jennifer Quigley.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 5D, approved contract for Ed Red in the amount of $22,100. Again, this is kind of like our legislative bargaining or advocate at the more local level, whereas ASB is at the state level. Comments, questions? Is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve the contract for Ed Red as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Sully, please call the roll.
We have Erica Peterson,
Yes.
Jillian Phelps,
Yep.
John Ruggles,
yes,
Fred Skestrom,
Yes.
Lisa Booster,
Yes.
Jennifer Quickly,
Yes.
and Chris Hamilton.
Yes.
Motion
Excellent, thank you. 5E, approve the administrative contract for Christina Cacciatore at a base salary of $102,185 for the 25-26 school year. Keep in mind that because she was hired after the start of our school year, that amount is rated for those reduction in days, and were at the full school year, it would be slightly higher than that. So this is a 1-year contract, and if approved, if she wants to return, if we want her to return for another year, that number would go to whatever the full amount is, and if an increase in pay is awarded, all that fun stuff. Any questions on that? She is in attendance with us, sitting to Mr. Jorgensen's left. Would you like to say anything? You don't have to.
right here.
Well, we haven't approved it yet.
I'll put on a motion to approve the administrative contract for Christina Cacciatore at the base salary listed.
Well, thank you. Ms. Sully, please call the roll.
Jillian Phelps.
Yes.
John Ruggles.
Yes.
Brad Skepstrom.
Yes.
Lisa Wooster.
Yes.
Jennifer Quickly,
Yes.
Chris Hamilton,
Yes.
and Erica Peterson.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Congrats. We are excited to have Chrissy join our team, and I know it was a last minute kind of late resignation that we had an opening, so we're thrilled to have quality person of high character join our team, and with also a lot of experience. So this is great, and she happened to be available on the market through unfortunate circumstances in another district. So we're happy to have her and are excited to start, well, she has started working with us, so to keep going. So thank you.
Excellent. Okay, 5F, approve the 3-year contract with Root Recycling and Waste Services Inc. in the annual amount of $11,281.68 for year 1, $11,845.76 for year 2, and $12,438.05 for year 3. Questions, comments? Is there a motion to approve?
I approve the 3-year contract with Groot Recycling and Waste Services as presented.
Second.
Ms. Sully, please call the roll.
John Ruggles,
Yes.
Brad Skepstrom,
Yes.
Lisa Wooster,
Yep.
Jennifer Quickly,
Yes.
Chris Hamilton,
Yes.
Erica Peterson,
Yes.
and Jillian Phelps.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay. 5G, our consent agenda includes paying our bills, approving minutes, activity report, approving resignations and hires. The one thing that I wanted to, just bring to consideration that we're talking about, the resignation of our former middle school principal, Courtney LaStacy. And this is something we have discussed as a board. Issues are when educators pull out of the contract in the middle, it could leave a hole in the school system that becomes difficult to fill depending on the time. So schools have the ability to hold educators' licenses should they choose to terminate in the middle of a contract. It has happened before at our district where a teacher has had a family emergency that they've needed to leave for, and they have been allowed out of their contract for that. And it has happened where other teachers might want to go somewhere else for the more happy, and they have been held to be required to stay. And so the question is, where do we draw the line at when it becomes necessary to hold somebody to complete the terms as presented? I think one good way is what it would take to make us whole as a district. And if we were unable to find a suitable replacement at the time, then we might enforce such a thing. I don't want the public to get the perception that we are allowing an administrator out of their contract just because of their status in hierarchy as an administrator versus someone who's being a teacher, and that we would take all factors into consideration when determining if it is something we would do. In this case, everything was able to work out. where we found a new assistant principal in time. But that's just something we need to, let people know we are aware of, and we don't want it to cause any bad blood between teachers who may have been, told they need to stay. Other than that, we can just approve, if anybody wants to have any more discussion on it or make any comments on any of the points in there.
I have a
Welcome to-
question about the resignations. Are those just because, it looks like there's a lot. Is that just because people haven't subbed in a while and we're just kind of cleaning the books out? Or did a lot of them just say,
Yes.
I'm done doing it?
In general, yes, some of them, so at the end of every year with our substitute teachers, we send out a letter. Veronica sends out a letter to them to say, you have a substitute teaching job next year. Please respond if you're not coming back, or let us know if you're coming back. We would like a response to say, yes, I'm coming back. So she emails them and she sends out a letter. Not everybody responds, and if they don't respond and don't return, we just take them off the books. So that's this cleanup here. In these cases, I think all of them talked to us and said, we're not interested. Or at least some of them. Sometimes there's a couple names I actually don't even recognize and not sure if they ever worked here. Sometimes we hire people and then they get another job. And so we have to clean off the record for that.
So are we back to now we're really need a bunch of subs again, or are we pretty good staff?
We're doing okay. We hired a bunch this summer, I think in our last meeting. And, or maybe it's the next meeting that we're gonna have a bunch more on here. We're doing okay for now. And so we have to be careful about it. With subs, it's tricky because we want to keep them busy enough, otherwise they go to other districts and get into the habit and don't answer our calls. So if you have too many, they're not gonna get enough work here and they're gonna go somewhere else. If you have too few, then we have problems filling the spots. So there will be days where it'll be tight, and that's just the way it's always gonna be for us and for every district. I don't know what that magic number is. It used to be around 30 that we would have that were pretty regular, and here I think Veronica said we're over 30 right now of subs that are there, but that doesn't mean that all 30 of them are available all the time. Some work only on Tuesdays. Some work only at the middle school on Tuesdays. Some work only at elementary, nothing above second grade, so we're very accommodating, which is why we need a lot of people. And then we have some regular subs that are just amazing, that we really appreciate, so they're here almost every day.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Many of those are parents.
Any other questions, comments?
If you're interested in subbing them.
Not a lot.
Mr.
Well, there's limits. You have to do it for
yes.
less than the contract minimum, so like just take 1 penny off it, sub pay, and then you can't earn more than X amount a year.
No.
Yeah, there's always. ways. Okay, is there any other questions on the consent agenda? Okay, do I have a motion to approve our consent agenda 5G?
Motion to approve the consent agenda in 5G.
Ms. Sully, please call the roll.
We have a second.
Oh, I apologize. Is there a
Second.
second?
Second,
I heard Joe first.
Okay. Beth
Yes.
Lisa Wooster,
Yes.
Jennifer Glickly. Yes. Chris Hamilton,
Yes.
Eric Peterson,
Yes.
Lillian Phelps,
Yes.
and John Rutter.
yes.
Motion passed.
Wonderful. That was a fairly quick meeting. Let's go into our FOIA requests. They have been requested. These are, I believe these are both data brokers. Yeah, they do these every quarter or so about anything.
Yep.
Else, yeah. We comply. They're happy. We'll do it again in 3 months. Future agenda items. Anything fun getting added?
I have asked Mr. Rollins to present at our next meeting. And I know the principals will present at a meeting shortly after that, one of the next meetings, but if the board has topics they'd like to hear about what's going on in the schools, that just let me know. But we plan out different topics with each administrator and what they're in charge of, whether that be by school or by topic or subject area. I know we have, we're gonna be presenting, Carrie's gonna be presenting eventually about middle school ELA and our pilot program and an update on that. We talked about that today. So if there's anything the board wants to see about PBIS, MTISS, if we don't know what that means, that's okay. If you do, great. I'm happy to ask somebody to present, or myself presenting, Carly presenting. Carly presents a lot because it's budget, and a lot of the board business is about money, so Carly gets to present a lot of information a lot of the time. But if there's other topics that have to do with school that you want to hear about, see about, we'd love to present. If it's okay, I plan on 10 minutes is what I say, is keep it tight, keep it to 10 minutes and then allow for questions after that. Because we don't want to be here too long and we want to give just enough information.
John, thank you.
So if you've got any feedback for me on that. Or topics you'd like to hear about, but that's our plan for now.
I think I noticed, and maybe I misheard this a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, Illinois passed a law where we're gonna start giving kids psychological assessments in school.
I assume that's still new for you and you don't have much information on it either.
Will the board be
Starting
part
in
of that, or is that just gonna be a state mandate and this is how it is? I get nervous about questions on this tests.
Right, so we already do that. These are called screeners for mental health, and we've been doing this for a long time. And it started, it started after we had a student, unfortunately, who committed suicide while he was a student. Here, 8th grader, in the past. When we had, hey, what can we do about this? Is there ways that we can prevent? How do we know about, how do we recognize kids who might be suffering internally that we're not seeing? Because we don't know. We can't look at kids and say, well, they're having struggles or not. And we allow parents to opt out of that, so I've gotten a letter in the last week or so to say opt out of it. We give it's not really a psychological exam, not even close. It's just a screener to say, how are you feeling? So we're not getting too deep in it, but I understand the controversy a little bit. I think a little bit of it is probably hyped up as usual, because the bigger the message and the stronger the message, the better it sells. So a little bit, but sure, I would be concerned as a parent about something on there, maybe, I don't know.
Is there a
I'd
particular
say, but-
concern you have from a community standpoint? I'm just not sure what the concern is.
As a parent, I'm sure there's an opt-out clause.
Yeah, sure.
I think they do have an opt-out clause, but I think kids are very suggestible. And I don't want the parents to start being accountable to the school. Again, just my opinion. I think the school should be accountable to the parents, not the parents being accountable to the school, meaning I wouldn't want my child asked in school, do you feel supported by your parents at home?
And
For
why
me,
would- I'm
that's an
I'm
inappropriate question.
yeah, I understand in a singular, so in an isolated anecdotal sense like this, I understand why you might want to opt out specifically. I'm asking you if you have a general concern about the idea of assessing the current mental health of the population of students.
No, I actually think if we do a good, I get concerned that if we're already doing something like that, I think we handle our special needs kids swimming. I mean, we're kind of
this is
known.
all-
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah.
I think this
Right,
is a bigger,
so-
this is a broader thing than just special needs.
I guess what I'm saying is if we do it pretty good and now a state mandates something,
Mhm.
it's gonna mess up what we're doing pretty good. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
Well, I think those two things
we're
are
doing it,
unrelated,
So,
but-
like, Or like check, done, move on. We're not,
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
we have
not
to do anything
something new.
different.
Yeah.
For us, the mandate is what we already do. From my understanding, now I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. different,
devil's in
but
the
I could be
detail.
wrong, and I heard it's gonna start in the 27-28 school year anyway.
I haven't
I'll
even
be
heard
gone by
that.
then. I just, like I say, when the state starts getting involved in mandating certain things like that, I wonder if we're prepared, and as a board, and I won't be on the board at that time. Gets to say, hey, what is it they're asking us to do? What are
That-
they making us change?
That's a fair question.
And
So I think we should present on what it is that we're asking the kids. We can give the questions that we're asking. That's completely fair.
Is there a program that we use?
Yeah, what's the
Is it Panorama?
Gary,
savers?
Sabers.
Savers?
I was blanking for a minute.
Cause that's asking like, do you have a trusted adult at home? Do you have a trusted adult at school? It's just asking them, is there someone for you? It's not asking, are they good or bad?
Yeah,
They just
and I-
wanna know, like, do they have someone they can talk to?
no, I'm certainly not against, supporting.
Yeah. A lot of that research comes out of the University of Minnesota from a very long time ago. I mean, this is not new. I studied this when I was in college, which is not yesterday, as it turns out. It's about the 40 assets that children need to have to be resilient and to be successful and productive. And so, if you look up 40 assets, or I can't remember the study now. But that basic premise has been around for a very long time, so it's 40 if they have these 40 things in place, you don't have to have all 40, obviously, no one does, nobody has, it's not Mayberry and not TV. But you need to have, they break it down into, if you have 20 of these assets, one of the assets is a trusted adult that you have a strong relationship, it could be at home, it could be at school, but it's gotta be somewhere. Or the child will not, has a lower chance of thriving. Part of it's also, if you've heard about ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, we talk a lot about trauma and, we can be resilient. Most kids can be resilient if they have the assets. They can be resilient for 1 or 2, 3 adverse childhood experiences. When we get up into the 3s and 4s and they don't have the resilience behind them, that's when we see big trouble. And so that's what all this is doing, is trying to say, we don't want kids to fall through the cracks.
Mhm.
So
At what age do they start taking this?
kindergarten,
Second.
second,
So we
And it's different
anticipate
questions
this will
at
be
that
like,
I can give it to a kindergartner.
no. Well, we did some smiley face ones at one point. Yeah,
so we anticipate they're gonna say, hey, you have to do this, and we're gonna go, already doing it. We're good."
done. Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna dictate which one you have. There's a lot of different vendors out there that do these screeners, and some are terrible. There's the biggest question, well, one of the questions that we have to consider is make sure there's somebody looking at this information after it gets to us. So what's a struggle in some school districts is that they have the information, but there's nobody to look at it, and then nobody to follow up with the kids to say, how you're doing, and to check in on them. Then what's the point of doing it?
Cause there might be a kid that pops and you're like,
Well-
I never suspected that they might need additional support. And so then all of a sudden you can say, okay, let's dig in and see what we can do to help.
Right. And maybe it's nothing, or maybe, but
Bad
it's
day.
working right that day. But it's working with the parents, because parents don't necessarily know either,
Right.
or have the wherewithal or the skill set either to, or experience, knowledge, and how to handle it, and they might need help as well, which also happens. So yes, it's tricky.
So, good topic.
Yep.
Thank you.
So we should present that. Got it. Check.
Any other future agenda items? All right, Dr. Lane, your report, please.
Sure. Well, we've had a smooth start to the school year. Again, we didn't lose any kids this year for, I think, since 2019. The first day of school, so that's a huge streak. It's good. Our transportation department is doing a great job. Our bus drivers are doing a great job of making sure every kid gets to where they need to go, and our teachers are doing a great job. And even when the student doesn't go into the right place at the right time, we figure it out pretty quickly and get them there. One thing that's very helpful, as it turns out, is having MBAC at our school and having Melbourne run that after-school program. Because when in doubt, we send them to after-school club and they'll hold them there till the parents can get there, because our fallback, I'd rather have them here where somebody can see them than send them home to an empty house. So if they've got a schedule where Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I go home, and Tuesday, Thursdays, they go to MBAC, but days like next week where there's no school on Monday and the kids get confused, and sometimes the teacher might not check close enough and they go home when they should be at MBAC, I'd rather have them here. So that's been helpful. We don't want kids wandering around, the neighborhood unattended, especially the little guys. So it's been a good start. I've noticed, I really love our weekly news. So weekly news at the elementary school, middle school has the news program too, once in a while that the kids put on. It's really fun. And that's in Kristen's class. This is Kao's class. But the weekly news by our administrative team is a really fun update, and they incorporate teaching in it that the kids see, and it's about our PBIS program. So what are the expectations in the lunchroom? They review expectations consistently. They review our expectations in the hallway or on the bus, wherever we see the need. And then Mr. Walshard does a daily update with the kids in news, which is really neat, and that's just a quick one. Gives the kids a daily reminder of what to expect and start their day.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Excellent. Ms. Kraft, business officer report.
No need to open the link there, just
Budget?
budget and group, but we finished our audit we're starting to wrap up the audit, but they were here a couple weeks ago and everything went well, and I'm hoping that they can come present sometime in the fall. That's it.
Thank you. 11, board reports. Anything? Anyone? I did the Epic Back to School Bash. Was there, saw a lot of faces here, there, so that was good. That's about, yeah. School supply drop off, but that's, there's a parent. That's all I have. Do I have a motion to go into closed session number 12? For the purpose of the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, specific individuals who serve as independent contractors in a park, recreational, or educational setting, or specific volunteers of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee, a specific individual who serves as an independent contractor in a park, recreational, or educational setting, or a volunteer of the public body, or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. However, a meeting to consider an increase in compensation to a specific employee of a public body that is subject to the Local Government Wage Increase Transparency Act may not be closed and shall be open to the public and posted and held in accordance with this act, 5 ILCS 120/2C1.
Motion to move to closed session for those reasons.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, Ms. Sully, can you please call the roll?
Jennifer Quickly.
Yes.
Chris Hamilton,
Yes.
Eric Peterson,
Yes.
Jillian Phelps.
Yes.
Don Ruggles.
Yes.
Craig Scutchum,
Yes.
Lisa Brewster.
Yep.
Okay, motion carries. We will be going into closed session. We will not be taking any action after it, so we'll be ceasing the live stream now.